Oh no, 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 no.
Hey guys,
It's California cold.
welcome back.
Yeah, this is like, oh no, it's
Or it's actually
70.
We are
July.
talking about the weather. How's it going?
Oh, 70 degrees.
So let's jump into
My
the game here.
stars and garters as
All right.
I live and breathe.
So, our engagement roll is really bad, and what this means, if this is your first time tuning in to a Blades game, is that engagement rolls kind of set up the initial disposition of what's going on. So here's what's going on. You guys set up the ambush. You open fire on some of the guards. You know, they go down. They drop into the water. Aedric goes into the place, right? He goes into the ship. It's empty. It's a setup. You've been swindled. This is not the way they're taking it. This was a decoy. Even worse, Aedric, you have the sense that something's wrong here, and things are gonna get a lot worse. What do you do? What do you all do? They're taking it. They've taken a different path.
All right. We need to get to the surface as quickly as possible.
Well, hold on a second. Am I the only one on the ship then?
Yeah, you're in the ship.
And
Think of like a
Yes.
think of a
We
gondolier,
moved
right?
our
Or think of a barge.
boxes.
And the barge has it has one of those sort of like places that like that's kind of like inside, right? And like can kind of like go under or whatever, a small little cabin kind of area. You're in
Yeah.
there looking for the thing, and it's not there. You like this is where you were told it was going to be, and it's not there.
okay, so two questions.
Yes.
This setting does not have radios.
No.
Okay. Um, I am.
It has some kind of arcane thing called speech stones that we talked about a little bit, but
I don't have any of those. Um, so did I
yeah, what do you
use
do?
my ghost powers to get on board? Is that what's happened, or did I
Did you?
just sneak on board
Did you?
initially?
Would you use your ghost powers to get on board?
Well, it sort of sounded like they were going to cause a distraction, and I
They
was
did.
going to sneak on
They
board.
did.
Yeah.
Like the canal boat came down. There were like two guards sit on this boat, and they took him out. And then I assumed you stepped on board. And I did you step on board using your ghost powers, or did you step on board normally?
How big is a ship? Is it like a
Think of
gondola, like you said?
a gondola, like yeah, a little bit bigger than a gondola. Think of like the ships you see in Peaky Blinders, so it's like a barge.
Yeah. There's not a lot of place that I'm not seeing of this ship. That was the point.
Yeah,
It's like it's
exactly.
just empty.
Yeah, no, it's literally empty. They swindled you. You open up the fucking. You take off the tarps and stuff,
Man,
and
they
there's
didn't
empty boxes.
didn't even put in like rocks to just weigh down the boat
Exactly, they
or
did.
anything.
Yeah, it's just rocks and garbage.
All right, I get off the ship.
Okay.
Um, and I move to like I start leaving. And like I don't know. I do whatever hand signal I was told for like retreat. That's my hand signal.
I mean, do you indicate that the mission was not successful? Or do you just be like, all right, let's go?
It's 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 the hand signal for get out, not the hand signal for pull out. You know what I mean? You know the difference, right? Like
Gotcha.
there's a
Yeah.
hand signal for like back to base, and there's another one for like run away. And I'm signaling run away.
Yeah. I think that Jewel is gonna to follow, mostly because I don't really know Adric, and I'm somewhat worried that he's gonna like get himself hurt. Or on the other hand, I'm somewhat excited that he might get himself into trouble, and then I might have to kill some more people.
How not to role play your character for you, but what are the odds that I did find it and am just saying that things went wrong? You know?
I wasn't going to even mention that possibility because I don't think that would occur to Jewel. Like, she's following you more to protect you, and like on the bloodthirsty, I might have to fuck somebody up if we get into more trouble than the maybe he found it and is lying.
Where did this ambush take place again?
So deep in the canals and the sewers. I assume somewhere in Crowsfoot right now.
Crowsfoot? Okay.
But underground.
Yeah,
in, like,
deep
some
underground in the sewers.
Right.
tunnel. We have some kind of barricade set up that they could maybe push out of the way if they took like a bunch of time. And it's like right as they turn a corner, there's like
Yep.
Just a whole bunch of like floating crap, and maybe they can dislodge it. And
I head for the surface as soon as possible.
And Seer, what do you do?
I'm looking at but nothing went wrong. Like, what? If he's bailing.
I get the hand signal for retreat.
Yeah. You have the hand signal for bail.
You start climbing up the lattices. You start going up to the place where you came in. You can't find it. There doesn't seem to be any exits underneath the sewer. Like you went the way you came, and now you're lost. What do you do?
Like I want to like resist that.
It's not a resistance thing. It's just I'm telling you, it's what happened.
I'm telling you, it's what happens.
No.
No, I resist it.
That's how it works. There's a consequence. I can resist it. Then in that case, I want to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could resist it then. This is the part of the engagement roll. This is they swindled you real bad. Like this is part of.
Like, do I have to be mad at Costa for this? Because I feel like this is the second job that I've gotten from Costa that has turned out really badly.
Yeah, you guys roll real poorly.
Only on Costa jobs. That's the thing.
I would allow you to resist this flashback to be like, no, I set something up to make sure I get lost or something like that. I'll let you do that.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like yeah, I want to do a flashback to like we have our map and like we have the thing, but like just like chalk on the walls or whatever, you know.
Okay.
Now I'm picturing Labyrinth, where she uses lipstick to mark on things and the little gremlins come out and they change the tiles around.
Well, yeah. So what the camera kind of sees here is beneath the water, we see a bunch of wrecked ships down where you're at. And I think the place that you picked is a very common ambush spot. And so I think it's literally...
I told you we needed to do a different ambush spot. I told you that.
I told you that this was a horrible idea, and I'm right.
Because it looks so good, it's actually a trap in and of itself, because it's such a premium ambush spot, but the sewers themselves kind of have a way of and mind of their own, and they kind of... It lulls you into a sense of security, like you know where you're going. And it gets you to the spot, but it's really hard to get out. It's a trap in and of itself.
Doesn't my spirit bane
it's like a sewer anglerfish for the greedy
that at all?
What?
Is it some kind of spiritual thing?
Your flash.
All right, let me roll my resistance here.
Yeah, you want to resist this consequence, right? So you're
I really do.
You're resisting this with quick thinking. So what are you resisting?
So insight. That's deception, like against deception and whatever. So let's resist that.
Okay.
Yeah. Bam.
Your expert tracking senses know that the sewers are kind of like giving you a run around, and you go up to the surface, but you're still at a loss of where this thing could be.
No, because I want to do a flashback.
Okay.
Yes.
I never do a job where I don't have like a field lab set up nearby. So I knew the ambush was going to be in the sewers, and I found like an abandoned house where I could stash some equipment. And in the wake of being bamboozled, we killed those guards. And I'm going to use my first ritual from the first game that I never even used, which is ghost interrogation. I'm going to interrogate the ghosts of the guards of the fake barge. I'm going to figure out where the real shipment is.
Okay.
I mean, we definitely
Are you gonna go in the water and get the bodies?
Yeah, it probably improves the roll, or won't it? Like to have the actual body of the dead person, because this is the actual ritual is summon a ghost, any ghost, and they will answer questions. Like that was the ritual that we wrote.
Yeah.
So
but their ghost is in their bodies still, right?
Yeah, they
So-
haven't procced yet.
You can attune your way and get that ghost out of that body and bring it with you somehow.
oh no,
Is that a thing
I
you
will
can do?
tell. She's all big and strong. I'll have her
Mhm.
pick him up and lug the bodies upstairs. And
I told
will,
you they fell in the water. Like, do you want to go in the muck finding those bodies and bringing them up? Is that a thing you guys want
those
to do?
bodies,
Is that what you're doing,
and
right?
I can find the shipment.
That's the thing you want to do, right? That's fine.
I'll do it. I will do it. If he tells
Okay,
me he
cool.
can find the shipment, then I'll do it.
All right, that's fine.
And Sarah,
Yeah,
do you follow us or do you go your own way? Because like the twisting turning of the sewer gets weird, and then like you all go the way you think you're supposed to go, and I'm like, no, this way.
Okay.
And you guys are like,
Yeah, you're running out of time for your job to make sure the thing doesn't get to the night market. So
yeah,
you have
let's
to
do it.
make haste on this.
I grab one of the bodies.
I'm jumping on Aedric's suggestion of like, oh yeah, we should totally like get the spirit.
There's
guy.
definitely like.
Okay,
Do
you
I
gotta
need
get
to
the
make a
body.
pool?
All right.
You get
So
the
I
body. Give yourself this costs 2 stress to have a building set up with the things that you need for the ritual.
Okay. It also cost me 2 stress to do the ritual.
Yes. All right, and we cut to the scene of the ritual. You have this body. It's been underneath the water for a while. Let's see what this attune roll does.
Yeah, so I put it in the magic circle, which in this case, rather than chalk and candles, is like coiled electrical fence. And I've got the body in there, and I throw the lever again. I pump in the necessary ingredients, and like his body like convulses, I imagine, and the ghost comes out. And anybody who steps into the circle can interrogate it. He has to answer the questions, but the result is also they feel like a ghost. They feel like they're dying when they're in the circle. That's the other consequence.
Holy shit.
So you take all right. So you turn as soon as you flip the switch, you have the pain of being shot and you can't breathe. You feel like you cannot breathe.
Yeah.
So you turn on and you immediately take harm, right?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
established. You have the ghost pain. I don't know what you call that.
The phantom pain.
What do you? Yeah, phantom pain.
I have the phantom pain. I got that phantom
Arcane. Yeah, it's like it's this arcane pain.
So, but he has to answer my questions.
It
so
does.
Aedric coils over and is like grabbing his chest, and he speaks as if breathless.
Yeah.
And he says, "Where's the real shipment?
Where's the drugs?
Swear
to me."
Swear to me."
The ghost breathes to life. It's like you guys have seen ghosts before now, right? That's not a trauma thing anymore, right? For you guys to see a ghost.
Nah, I think we've seen a few now.
I mean,
Yeah.
certainly not for Seer, who helped me fight a
Yeah.
revenant.
The
I mean, it's so really fucked up.
the room gets really cold. If you guys have ever played The Witcher, there's like a scene where you're like embodying like an old body trying to get it to talk to you, and that's what it sounds like. So it sounds like it's like still trapped underwater. So it sounds like this like its throat can't move because it's like full of water and stuff. So it's like, what do you want? Right? Like it can't talk right.
You were a trap. You're not the real shipment. Where is the real shipment?
It's like still screaming in pain. It's like,
They would have told you in case you got out alive. Where were you to rendezvous?
It's here.
Here?
Below the water.
Below the water.
You're like coughing still, like you feel like your lungs are like you're like coughing up water right now. Like you have water in your lungs now. Like the more you're like channeling this, you have to like cough it out, right?
Yeah. Is it in the barge? Is it below the water surface in the barge? Is it a decoy?
No barge. They move themselves.
Some sort of submersible?
Hulls. That's all you can get. It just starts screaming hulls over and over again.
Hulls. All right.
You know what hulls are.
Yeah, I know what hulls are.
Not hulls
like
of shit.
lozenges.
Yeah.
If you have a cold, you eat them.
Hotel Utah Lima, you nerd. They're automatons with ghosts in them. And we cut over to a scene somewhere in the crow's foot beneath the water. We see these guys. They look kind of like Big Daddy's kind of suits. As they're like walking on the floor of the water and like they're carrying like pallbearers, something.
All right, I throw the switch to shut off the ceremony and like fall on the ground.
And you're coughing and everything. And you
ghost-powered automatons.
The heat of the room, like the water, the temperature kind of goes back up, and you're like coughing out like water and like algae, and like the stuff that came out of your boot is like the same stuff coming out of your lungs right now.
It's below this.
There's also that snail again.
Yeah, it's the same fucking snail, dude. It's the same. It's like, why you gotta be this way? It's a Squirt's way.
You gotta be in my lung, bro.
Yeah.
So, all right. Hose, you say.
All right. It's time for a new plan. This is what we do. And I like take out that map that we have. Right. We go up here. If I break down like a bunch of the ceiling, we can build a dam here. And then if I do it like then most of the water should run off. And they will have to climb over and come out.
Do we know their route underneath the water?
I mean, it's the same route, right?
We don't know that, do we? Would it have to be the same route? Nick, it could be any route.
You know that the sewers and stuff are essentially labyrinthian. There could be several routes that you would not even know about.
Is there a way to detect a ghost-powered automaton because it's so ghostly?
You tell me, fucking science, man.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
That sounds like an attune roll.
Oh no, wait, I do. I actually have that ability.
Science
I have
the shit out of
+1
this.
dice to do that.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, look,
That's thinking with portals.
I can't. I just drowned, by the way. Remember earlier when I told you that I know what it's like to die? I just drowned, and now I'm not drowned.
Oh my
and
God.
would you please?
No, that's what it is, dude.
Terrible.
Oh shit, no, that's your ritual. Is that you literally experience dying.
Yes.
Like you died of you ran out of air and you died coughing up your lungs and then you resuscitate. And that's how you get out of it. It sucks. It's horrible.
And that's why I told her
exactly what it feels
earlier,
like. Yeah.
I didn't say I know a lot about death. I said I know what it's like to die.
It's
Do
up, Squeegee.
you?
Yeah. Awesome. That's why exactly what I know what it's like to die is you literally come back to life after performing that ritual.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's fucking
So
metal
I'm
as
having
fuck.
a little bit of trouble staying on my feet. Would you mind carrying me so I can go down into the sewer and locate the automatons? They emanate a ghostly aura. It's very good that I'm on this job. Why, I think I deserve more than a third share at this point.
Yeah, and like one thing that I don't think that we've brought up because you haven't actually played with Jewel before is part of the reason she's called Jewel, and as a scientist dedicated to spiritual arts, you've probably seen this before. It's traditional in the Dagger Isles.
Mhm.
She actually has subdural implants here, and here of jewels that
Yeah.
form a spirit bane charm just permanently embedded in her face.
Yes, that's lovely, and I'm very fascinated about that, and I've read many books, but please just pick me up.
Okay, yeah, like she'll carry you, but like Mr. Bubbles is also on her shoulder and is kind of upset about it. So like, You're being carried one way, and like Mr. Bubbles is over here on the other shoulder, like occasionally hissing at you.
So I'm going to take out my various dowsing rods and like magnets on chains, and I'm going to make a roll to attempt to feel the presence of what has to be like 2 spirit automatons at least moving through the sewers here underneath Crow's Feet.
Yeah, you want to attune to that?
Yeah, I want to attune to that,
Aren't
buddy.
you? All right. Yeah, that's gonna be. Have you never attuned to automaton before? You never attuned to a hull, have you?
I'll say
Or
that's
have you?
fair.
Have you done it in like a theoretical sense when you were studying or something?
Like I've probably been in their presence, but I probably haven't, like in my ghost detective work, I probably haven't had to be going to go find a hull. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what are the dangers of doing this and finding a hull compared to a ghost? You would know, right? So like, what are they?
Well, because the hulls they're automatons, right? So they can be whatever, right? Like they could be programmed to kill on sight or something like that. So it's certainly, I mean, I've almost certainly researched hulls extensively. There's such a, it was probably one of the things that I considered doing with my mentor to preserve his spirit, but I realized the process would utterly remove his intelligence.
Yeah.
And
okay.
like, so I know about them.
Yeah. Okay. Then that's fine. I'll come up with a possible danger. All right. Go
All
ahead. Risky. Boy. No, this is desperate, man. You don't have time to like really get this thing set up. You're going by like, you're running out of time to catch off and cut off these automatons carrying this pallbearer thing. It's like Ark of the Covenant looking motherfucking chest as they're carrying this thing beneath the water.
I'm carrying him. Can I help here? Can I give myself a stress to assist him in this?
Yeah, you could totally give yourself a stress to help him here. Yeah,
Sweet.
you're gonna help die.
Take a helping die.
So you're gonna help him try to attune to the field of these ghosts and stuff like that. And
so this means two things.
Relic here, so it will ping like it makes sense that you'll be able to find it. So I think that you have standard effect here.
Okay.
But I think it's desperate because you don't have time.
Actually, my passive turns it into a great effect if I succeed, and so at this point I've to locate or understand ghostly phenomena.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Roll those dice. Boom. Man, 5. That's all I ever get.
Yep. Did you remember to add a +1 for me and a +1 for?
What, +1 for Seer too?
No, but your thing anyway.
Yeah, I added +1 for my thing and +1 for you, and got 5.
Hey, what level harm do you have?
Dang.
You just gave me 1.
No, but then your ritual gave you level 2 harm, right?
No, it gave me stress.
Gave you stress? Okay.
It just gives stress. So
guess what? Here's what you have.
Then you gave me harm.
So sorry, man. Take level 2 harm. Take lungs with water.
Okay.
Your lungs still have water, as you hear in your head the voices of the hooded proprietors being like, the tide takes us all.
Oh, you bastards!
Remember, you can resist this.
You can.
I can? I don't know that. Don't tell me remember when I've never played the system.
You played this game before.
Okay.
Motherfucker, you played this game. Do it. Resist.
Yes, but we didn't do any rolls. Nobody got harmed when we played.
I'm kidding you. I love you, man. I'm giving you a hard time.
I love you, dude. Rolls. I watched that.
So, no, this is really important. So, like, anybody who's just tuning in who's maybe never seen Blades played before, imagine being able to be like, as a GM, I tell you something bad happened because you say, like, as a player, I did X, and then I'm like, okay, make a roll for X, and you get like, I did a 3. It's like, okay, but you impaled your leg on a spike when you did it, and you're like, whoa, 1 second, I'm gonna try to resist that, and you can actually work backwards to try to help you, and that's what we're doing right here. So
okay, so how can I try and resist this?
Tell me how you're doing it. Do you want to do it like based on your scientific stuff? Do you have like an antidote to like?
Yeah, here's what I did.
Or do you have? Can you use your electricity to like fucking?
Here's what I can do. I use a tune. I use a tune to resist this. I knew that my body was already heavily
vulnerable.
Like after what I just did, I put myself on the thing. So when I sort of use Jewel's Spirit Bane as a grounder, and I like recoil it through me and into her, like as a grounded circuit. Like I'm the effort and the strain goes on to her.
It doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't quite work that way for resisting a roll. This is going to be resolve. You're resisting this, I think, with resolve because you said you're going to resist it via attune, right? Like ghost stuff. So like your description's right. But instead of you don't resist things with a skill. You resist it with like either like your fortitude, insight, or fortitude, reflex, will kind of thing, which is sort of the category for your 4 different skills.
Okay.
So you're going to click the die next to resolve.
All right. And what resolve is equal to every single one that I have in resolve.
Yep. Correct. You got
right.
that.
And so when you hit it, it'll automatically do that for you.
Yep.
Okay. Okie doke.
No, dude. So your ritual, you should already have a level 2 harm. Your harm is
shouldn't,
arcane.
because
the arcane damage isn't stress, dude. That's a harm.
No, so there's a harm and also the stress.
It was never arcane. It was never arcane damage. That's something you just added this episode, which I'm fine with. The actual cost of the ritual is 2 stress. Like that is the cost of the ritual on my character sheet.
Okay, well that's fine.
So,
I don't want to feel like arguing over it, so that's fine.
No, that's fine. We can
anyways.
definitely clarify this, especially
we'll clarify
now.
It later. Doesn't. I don't.
We know I'm going to be showing up more often.
Yeah.
Click. I don't know what that means.
It's cool. What this means is that so when you want to resist anything, you take 6 stress, and then you subtract what your roll is from that 6, and that's how much stress you actually take resisting this thing. So but you did successfully resist it, right? You resisted.
Okay. I just take 4 more stress.
Yeah.
2 more
you reduce
stress.
it.
You take 2 stress.
Yeah. So you end up taking 2 stress. And you reduce that level 2 harm of water in your lungs to a level 1 harm, which is dampness.
I have the dampness.
Yeah.
So not to be a total dick to Kelsa here, but since she aided him, doesn't she also like suffer consequences?
Yes.
I mean, I did just ground it through her body.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. You did specify.
Both. That's right. Thank you for that. You both take level 1 harm dampness.
Okay.
Don't worry. What this could mean is that dealing with any sort of like weird ghost underwater thing, not necessarily these hulls, but anything else supernatural involving underwater water stuff, could hit you with greater effect. Is basically what it means right now, right? It's kind of a vulnerable. You feel vulnerable
It's underwater.
Even
curse.
your it's kind of like negating like your spirit bane basically.
No. All right.
To give you an idea of what that means, what my harm, because I don't want to say like dampness and it's like okay whatever, my feet make a squish squish sound. Like no, like this is what I'm trying to give you at, right? It makes you vulnerable to these things. Okay.
We have the debuff of decreased water resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah, it's a debuff. Okay.
So, yes, but
Great.
That means I find them, Sensei?
Yes, you do. You do find them. Do you see them pinging? You see them. They're in their way to Coleridge already. You guys gotta have to book it over there.
Book. I say book. Book.
There's no time.
Yeah.
You have to go now. Yeah.
All right. I mean, let's run.
Rad. Are you guys? Oh, so we see the montage of you guys cutting over there, right?
Am I still carrying Aedric as we do this? Like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Brilliant.
Or maybe we find a wagon. Just pull me along.
It's not as fast.
I mean,
So they're still underwater in the canals. How are you guys gonna cut? Like, what are you guys gonna do? Right. What's your plan of attack here? Because after then we'll cut right to that action.
I suggest we stay under because if we go up top,
yeah, you going through the sewers still?
Trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
well, I am. It does my so I get an increased effect when I find them, and can I phrase that as knowing more about hulls from my research? Do I know whether or not they are also susceptible to electricity?
Hulls are not susceptible to electricity, believe it or not.
Okay, so they aren't. All right. You just need to smash them. The good old fashioned damage. You can't electrify them or anything. It's bizarre.
Well, I mean, they're vulnerable to electricity like anything else is vulnerable to electricity, but they're not like double damage from electricity kind of thing. Right?
Well, I have this coiled electrical prod that I use to capture ghosts. I could just stick it in the water and electrify everything. Ooh, maybe we could tap into the local power grid like we did that one time and fry them to death.
Okay. So all right, let's so your tune will get you to where you need to go in time to catch them, right? So we cut to that scene, right? But the problem here is, so it's a montage of you guys like rushing through the sewers to cut them off, and we like it switches off between you guys like sprinting through that stuff, and we see like the slow like methodical marching of the pallbearer and carrying this thing, right? And
can I ask, like, do you know if there's like a lot of them or just like one of them with the
6 of
giant
them.
sack?
No,
Six.
there's a handful of them. We hear from beneath the ocean. We like the things being like, there, people are coming. Deal with them. As like one of them like peels off, and it's like, I'll stop them. And it immediately like lets go of the case thing, and like of the covenant, not Ark of the Covenant thing, and like turns around and kind of just hangs out below the water. So you guys are like rushing through, right? You get to another like placid place, like you're in Coleridge, you're going through a placid place thing, and all of a sudden, this fucking like, I mean, I want to say Big Daddy because that's what it kind of looks like. It's like a diving suit machine, like bursts out of the water, but instead of having like a claw, like a drill hand or whatever, right? It's got two like meaty, giant like metal hands, and it jumps out of the water and like jumps in front of your guys' ways. It like slashes at you guys. You quickly like duck out of the way. It's caught you kind of a little bit by surprise. What do you do?
I want to shoot it.
Want to lead it?
It's power core.
Sounds like a group action, right?
Yeah, let's all shoot it. If like I think as as we're coming up on it, like I set Aedric down and I hand him a pistol because obviously he was unarmed. At least that's what Jewel thinks. And then I'll pull out my probably hunting rifle.
I am certainly unarmed.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah, like I have a pair of pistols and I hand one to you, and then like I unstrap this like hunting rifle, and you see me like slot in my electroplasmic ammunition.
Yeah, this thing is rusty brown. It's covered in sort of like algae and black runes going through. It's got but like where there's not black runes, there's like the power core, I guess, would be kind of like near its torso, and like going around it are like these like swirling kind of like glowing, it looks like it's like it kind of looks like a warp core, like this way of describing it. Like it's got that like glowy kind of like pulsy, it's
that's
like going around in a circle.
That's right where I'm shooting it with my electroplasmic ammunition.
All right, good luck. But here we go. So are you going to lead a group action here? So because everyone else is going to shoot this thing, right? So it sounds like it's a group action. Please refer to rules reference handout number 1 to see what that is, Wreckage, if you need it, or anybody here.
Okay. Rules reference number 1.
So you're gonna lead a group action, Kelsa. What does this look like?
So yeah, like I hand a pistol to Aedric, and like I slot in my ammunition, and I give a nod to Seer. And then I turn around the corner and I take aim specifically for its power core, and then I'm just like, fire, and I let off a shot and assume both of you will as well.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Since we are going from a distance, I believe this is a hunt.
This is a hunt action. This is this is desperate.
Desperate hunt. Yes, let's get XP, everybody.
Is that how XP works?
It is. Is this going to be a standard effect, or does my electroplasmic ammunition give me a bonus? Or are we?
It's got so like you can see parts of its core, but like it's like protected and guarded. So like to shoot this thing would be very difficult. You could shoot. Here's a negotiation. Here's a choice I'll give you. You can shoot this thing for a. Boy, you're going to okay. I know what it is. I know what it is. No, that's like a devil's bargain. Never mind. No, it's got. It's
give us a defense.
I mean, I'd like a devil's bargain if you got one for me.
Yeah, the devil's bargain is this thing hits you.
Sure, 100%. I'll take it.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah,
Jesus. What?
absolutely.
All right.
I mean, I can resist that too, but it's actually better for me. Even if I resist it, if it hits me, then I get an extra die next time. And
If there is a next time,
So you lead. Okay, you lead this
I'm
group
not
action. So
dead.
you guys are
it's
all
got
going to
like a
be.
giant
So
drill
then
for
you.
a hand.
Okay.
but
So
no,
then,
it hits me. It doesn't
Yeah.
hit them. That's what
Right.
I'm saying. That's the devil's bargain.
well, that's in addition to whatever else affects if you don't roll a 6, right?
Right, 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 right.
Yeah. Don't waste your shot.
So what's happening
Don't
now?
throw away your shot. So we're doing a group action, which is shooting. The guys are all kind of like taking aim and firing at this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's hunt, and everybody rolls.
Everybody rolls, and you take.
Do
the
I roll
highest.
if I have 0 dice?
Yeah. What happens is
Yes.
you roll 2 dice, and you take the lowest of the 2.
Just if you hit the button next to hunt, it'll
And I have
automatically
0,
calculate
it'll
it for you.
Okay.
Yup.
Got a 6 though.
Cool guys, I got a 6.
Yeah. I got a 2.
I take one. I take one stress for you not being as good as me, but that's okay.
Okay.
It's stressful that you handed someone who's never fired a gun in his life a gun, and then he fired it.
Yeah.
She just looks at you as you're like, oh, and she goes, oh god.
Oh man, so you shoot this thing, right? So here's what it looks like right now. You shoot the thing, you see it hit the power core, and then it just like looks at you, and just like as you're like reloading or whatever, it just gets like a solid punch into you, and you get knocked into the water,
Nope.
and immediately take broken ribs
Nope.
2 harm,
Nope.
and you're in the water now.
Definitely not.
Okay, resist this.
Okay. So I am wearing armor, which is going to protect me from my broken ribs.
Okay.
And then I am going to dance out of the way to prevent myself from being knocked in the water with my prowess.
Mm-hmm.
To resist that consequence as well. And take one stress for it.
Okay. So reduce the harm to bruised ribs.
Okay.
Right. Reduce it to bruised, and you don't get knocked into the water. You're able to glance past most of the blow. You see the hull. It's still up, but it's like crippled now. Like it's like overcharged itself to like hit you still. But it's still got some power.
Seer.
And it's like it orders you guys to disperse. To leave.
Seer.
Yeah.
I think she can handle this herself. We need to catch up with the object of interest. So I'm just going to shamble in this direction after the others. Please follow me. I have a plan for how to take them out, and I need you.
All right.
You guys are still engaged with this thing.
I
Yeah, but we're just gonna walk away.
Nah, I wouldn't leave Jewel. Just like that.
Well, then I'll go do the thing that I'm no good at, which is electrical engineering, and probably die.
I mean,
Thought you
we're
were
right
gonna-
there. I'm gonna like it's like it like swing and it's like punched into the ground or some shit. So I want to roll like a grenade under him. So it gets like knocked into the water or some shit.
Nice.
A grenade? You have a grenade?
Yeah,
I
that's-
have a bandolier full of grenades, man.
That's
Whole
stan-
bandolier.
That
All
is
right.
standard leech equipment, actually.
All right, bandoliers full of grenades. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like they took away some of like I think some poisons and some
Sure.
drugs.
Mhm.
They gave
What
me
action-
grenades and
What action are you rolling for this?
smoke bombs. I actually want to want him to fall in the water more than I want him to just like blow up, because it's like a slow lumbering whatever thing, and it's probably gonna blow up because we hit it in the power core. So I just want to like I want to wreck the place so it falls in the water and we have enough time to keep moving, because I do want to keep moving.
Okay. Do it. What is it? So what are you rolling then, Wreck?
Yeah.
Okay. Try to get into the water. Okay.
They make it fall into the water. If you have a devil's bargain, I'd hear it. I'd have one of like the group getting split, like someone's on the other end and they have to find their way around.
I like the devil's
Costing us more
bargain.
time.
I like the devil's bargain that you attract unwanted attention by making all this ruckus in these sewers.
God, I don't want unwanted attention. We have like 5 of those motherfuckers to fight already. It's gonna be horrible. No, I'll just roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
Alright, here goes. Risky?
Risky standard. No, to knock him into the water is standard. That's standard. That's fine. I was gonna say
When you
limited,
guys
but
say
no, that's
risky
fine.
standard, like it sounds like a call sign over like a military radio.
Doesn't I know?
Really,
Isn't it,
because it sounds like a drink to me. Like
that's why I was joking.
Whiskey standard.
That's why I joke all the time. If I ever ended up playing Strass's Scum and Villainy, the ship would be called the Risky Standard.
Nice.
Yeah. What's the
Anyways.
LZ like? Risky standard.
I like that it's like the catchphrase of Blades in the Dark. It's like,
Yeah.
it's risky standard.
Okay, let's do this, guys.
Oh, fuck.
Why do you only roll 2 dice for that? That's a big deal.
Okay, well,
I
yeah.
don't want
Really
more.
bad. That's super duper bad.
Well, I'm gonna turn this move on you. It kicks the grenade back at you.
God, no.
You're gonna I assume grenades have an area of effect.
Oh,
So
yeah, sure.
well
Of
that
course,
sucks.
they're grenades.
Take level 1 harm of disorientated, and take and you guys also fall in the water as you guys all kind of like get like blown back with this like blast as you get like knocked into the water from it. It
I
basically
don't
just
want to be in the
it
water.
did the same
I've already
thing as
told
you.
you this.
Well, resist.
Okay. And then what was the other harm?
Discombobulated. Or
I'm out of level 1 harm. This is bad. Let's
Then becomes
resist
level
first
2
of
harm.
all. First of all, I want to resist falling in the water. That's the most important thing to me. So I'm not.
All
in
right,
the water.
you stabilize, but you do that fucking like anime like withstand thing, right? As you take
Right.
as you still take some harm,
Uh,
but you're not in the water.
I don't want to take more harm right now.
What are you two? What the rest of you guys doing?
Like I said, I'm hobbling after the Ark of the Covenant. This is a distraction.
Well, that would be great and all, but the grenade came back and hit you guys, and you guys all got knocked into the water.
Now you said that, but I had already declared that I was leaving and not helping. So can I be?
You didn't leave yet.
But I said it.
Yeah, but you're also like in a second by second fight right now with this fucking steampunk
You left,
mech.
so this completely caught you off guard because you didn't even see him doing it, and so you still get hit in the water, and you just didn't even know it.
Then I swim there.
Gross. I guess.
So it's a choice, right? You don't have to resist it. You can just be like, no, I'll take that. I'll get knocked into the water. I'll be discombobulated.
If I resist being discombobulated before I decide what I'm doing here, is that going to completely clear it? Because it would have been level 1, but if I
Yes.
don't, I take level 2.
That would clear it. Correct.
All right, I'm going to use my last load to say that I was wearing heavy armor.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, no, I don't even have to do that. I have special armor against physical attacks, so I don't even have. I can still have 1 load.
Oh, nice. Then yeah,
Left.
just use that and ignore it. Just erase your armor takes the blow.
Okay.
Cool. Rad.
All right. Well, this isn't my first rodeo with things accidentally blowing up close to me.
No, right? Isn't that weird? In your water?
And I probably have some protocol of like you just like lie down on the ground like as fast as you can. Like you don't try to get cover or whatever. You just need to lie on the ground
And accept it.
and be flat. So this is a physical.
Yeah, you're okay.
Like it's a physical protocol of when something is about to blow up near you. If you're lying on the ground, you're probably gonna take less in the face. It's
Resist.
facts of life.
Yeah,
Ooh.
nice. So you take no stress from it, and it gets reduced, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just like, do you dive in the water? Is that the thing? Is that how you resist the harm?
I really don't want to be in the water, so no. Maybe there's some debris that like shoots.
I dig that. I dig that.
that-
You jump to like some kind of like floating garbage in the middle of the water.
Yeah.
Right? Like you jump to that, and now you're like precariously balancing on this buoy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Eric, you haven't yet, because we haven't discussed it, because we're like, we're just gonna jump into it. We're great improvisers. We got this. What is the detriment, the cost to the ritual that gives me ghost powers?
The cost is that you take level 2 harm, arcane leeching. You cannot resist that.
Okay.
Because that's what's written in the book for the example ritual, and that was what we were going off of for your own ritual.
Right.
So that's why I know that was like that. Which is, harm is different than stress.
Right.
So that's your ritual. No, you cannot do a ritual right now because you're in the middle of a thing. But if you want to do a flashback or something like that, being like, well, brew, I pull out fucking electro grappling hooks and keep going, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Be creative.
Well, so I described this ritual as a
Be
potion
creative and most importantly, roll well.
So I described this ritual as a potion that is drunk. So can I flashback and say I had one prepared?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure, but I think it would be fair to say to have something like that done would probably cost you 2 stress.
That's fine with me. I had one of the. I mean, we did say it was going to be part of the plan, though.
Yeah, but you already used that for that past plan.
But I didn't, because you asked me if I had, and I said no. So I have not ghosted yet, and we said it was going to be part of the plan. I mean, I'm fine taking the stress, but I'm suggesting that there might be a reason why this isn't actually even a flashback.
Well, that's why you shouldn't have taken that stress. You took the stress last time to have the
Laboratory.
The
So I
laboratory.
could do the other ritual.
You've never taken stress before to have that as part of the plan yet. You're taking the stress now to have that as part of the plan.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I take that
Yeah.
stress.
Now,
And-
yeah, we see the scene of you like back at your lab, like having this already. Be like, okay, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be what we're going to use when we jump into the thing. You have not used your ghost thing yet, so you still
So
have
I-
this, so it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I use that in response to the
So,
grenade.
yeah.
And this is
cool.
This is also like this is a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type thing, right? Like I take out the vial and I'm like crap, I've already taken so much damage, right? But this is gonna kill me, and I can't not, like, I got nothing here, and I might as well like trigger it now, and then I can just ghost fly my ass to the Ark of the Covenant. Like I
Yeah.
can just beeline for our objective. So like the grenade like pings next to me, and I'm like, damn it, and I like inject, and like in it there's I like literally explosion goes off, and when the explosion's done going off, you see me like half specter, like I'm sort of like my meat is still there, but also like the part of me that's ghost shifts around my form as I'm doing it. Like
Yeah.
it's and I
Creepy
just
and weird. I love it.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
and I just sort of like flow back from the thing and beeline for the objective.
Yeah, you fucking ghost your way there. Okay. Yeah. You've. I mean, I don't feel like I don't know if that requires a resistance roll because that's fucking awesome. I don't think it would harm you then, because you're in a ghost form, so I don't think a resistance roll is necessary for that, because you're a ghost.
Yeah.
For these purposes, you're a ghost here. Know what's actually really fucking crazy? We see the steam of the heat from the grenade go off, and as you turn to a ghost, it like coalesces into like steam and like frost as like, because a ghost makes you cold. So it's like,
So like the steam goes away and like it's all frozen on the wall.
There's
stuff.
like, yeah, exactly. Like this area.
Oh, dude! As I fly off after
freezing.
As I fly off after the
we see
Covenant,
this trail of frost.
Yeah, on the surface of the sewer water, like
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
like literally as I go.
Is it your footprints, or does it look like Overwatch
Footprints.
maze like spray of ice as you go?
No, it's definitely footprints.
Okay,
Even though I'm like my form is just sort of like flying.
Yeah, and it like slowly fades the faster you go, right? Like the previous ones return to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah. All right, you're on your way. As you do that, you see like inside the hull, and you see like this contorted, twisted skeleton creature inside of this machine, inside of another machine. Actually, you see there's like a machine inside of that machine as you look past it, like the flash as you're like going by. It's really weird.
I'm like, that the poor ghost.
Yeah.
That is a horrible.
It's like fucking distorted and like crunched in together, like in this thing, like operating these like fucking gizmo things as it like that's how it controls its body. It's really gross.
That's
I just knocked everything. I'm
horrific.
Yeah, it is. Welcome to hulls. So that's a thing. Anyways, yeah. Okay, cool. You fucking fly by. Do we want to see that scene, everybody? Do you want to go over into what you see there, or do you want to go back to Kelsa and everybody do something right now? Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah.
We're boring over here fighting hulls, whatever.
Okay.
I mean,
saving the day.
Pretty much won the fight, so it's fine.
Yeah. So you're like super hungry. Like you feel like this need to eat when you become a ghost. Like it feels like you're empty. Like you haven't eaten. You're starving. It doesn't hurt you or anything like that. It's just that's the immediate impulse when you become a ghost. That's what it feels like. It feels like you lack something that you desperately need.
Right.
As you skirt to this thing, you see it under the water. You see other ghosts essentially where you're at here, and you see like rippling beneath the water. You see like the motes of light that are these spirits that are inside these machines from where you're at. Like you can't see the crippled body, but like you can kind of like make that out as as the ghost kind of forms like this spectral torch inside the machine. But you see it. You see the fucking you see the eye, and the eye is like a gem the size. It's a diamond about the size of a football. It's perfect in terms of shape and cut. And it's just sitting there, and instead of having like it's a white diamond, but it has like a black like pulse to it.
Aedric is like, Jewel, go along. And, like chucks it.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. I'm going to try and ghost snatch the jewel.
Okay. So you're gonna like swoop in there, grab it before the things can react to you, because then just like bail. I imagine this is like you're acting at almost like super speed, kinda. Like as a ghost, like you can just like fly through into this stuff and try. So totally try to grab that thing, and those guys are carrying it. This would totally be like a desperate action. Boy, it's not prowl. What is this move?
I'm gonna try and argue that that I can use
finesse.
I'm going to try and argue that here's how I do it.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I know a bunch about ghosts, so I know new ghosts. They.
Can you switch scenes back over to our character sheets?
Yeah.
New ghosts. They still walk the corridors of their old. They use doors whether or not they're there. I know enough about ghosts that what I do is I literally phase into the ground, and I'm coming out of the bottom of the sewer, grabbing it and going back down. And like that is the sort of move that only a whisper could pull off. I use a tune.
Okay, that would be desperate limited. You won't be able to get away. That won't help you get away, but I will help you get to the thing.
Okay.
All right. So this is going to be, it's like basically you can only like partially succeed with that type of thing with this roll based on the present circumstances of everything going on.
Boop.
Do you want to? Okay, I was going to ask if you wanted to push yourself or devil's bargain or anything like that, but fucking you said fuck you and just dropped a 6. All right. Yeah, it's the tense music of the scene turns to optimistic, right? Like it's the fucking uplifting part of the scene as you swoop in and you grab the do you touch it? Do you touch the eye?
Yeah. I don't presume that I shouldn't. And as a ghost, I don't have any tools, right? Like all of my tools have sort of become both corporeal and incorporeal as well.
What's your mentor's name?
We never named him because it wasn't relevant yet. Let's call him Julian Vern.
Okay. Your mentor's voice, when you grab it, comes into your head. And says,
there's like a green little guy, and there's like your dad, and they're all ghosts.
No.
I've switched off my targeting computer.
So you swoop in. Right now, you are literally like you just grabbed the thing, and now you're holding it, and you're surrounded by these ghosts and everything like that. But you've gotten this thing, and when you grab it, you touch it, you pull it out of its case and stuff like that. It the physical diamond comes with you in the ghost form, and you hear your mentor's voice in your head mentally being like, I've never been more proud of you. It says it like it's here, like it's talking to you through this diamond. It's like, I've never been more proud of you. You deserve me.
Whoa, my eyes are fucking huge.
Yeah.
like
you are worthy of inheriting like everything, my teachings and stuff. And so yeah, you got this thing right now, and you're trapped around everybody like that, and it says, use me.
Okay. I try and attune to the diamond.
You totally do. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay, boss.
Boy. Yeah. So you don't know. Okay, you never done this before. Yeah. Let's go ahead and actually, you're willing to use this thing? I don't think a roll is necessary here. What happens? What happens? What do you want to happen?
I want all of the ghosts inside the hulls to like spontaneously pass on.
And so it was.
Well, I mean, there's no on to pass to, but maybe disperse in some way.
No, the
Honor.
motes turn off. They deactivate. The thing turns off. You're holding the crystal, and it's like, excellent. I'm so like, you are worthy of all of my knowledge and my secrets.
So,
Aedric.
I fly back to my house.
Do you leave them? You leave everyone else here in a lurch?
Yes.
I mean,
motherfucker.
I have an obsession.
Your ghost hunger goes away. You've never felt better.
I have an obsession, and this is my obsession.
In fact, you can turn, you feel the ability to coalesce and rematerialize and dematerialize into a ghost at will now. It doesn't hurt you.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I basically hit the street level, turn back into a human, and head back home.
Can you do me a favor? Can
Yeah.
you go on your character sheet? Can you make a clock for me?
Sure. Clock. Add.
Write the Eye of Kotar on it and write 2 out of 8, please.
All right. 8 clocks. There we go. Eye of what was it spelled?
Kilo, Oscar, Tango, Alpha, Romeo. Kotar.
Kotar. Got it. And click 2 of those boxes.
Knights of the Arld Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic. Got it. Of that old republic.
Yeah, congratulations, dude. You have no idea what you have, but it's really powerful.
Yay me! So
Brilliant.
just to clarify, I leave a letter at your tea house that says, "Thank you for the Eye of Kotar. Here's the coins you paid me last time." That's I'm taking my share, and it's in my house.
Well,
I'm
let me
pretty sure we
describe
said
let me
you have
describe
that
something.
when
Let
we
me
died.
let me describe something though. So like, I like the idea that you fucking fuck off with the diamond,
Yeah.
but as the hulls deactivate and the hull bearer chest thing kind of like opens and stuff, a bunch of coins scattered to the bottom of the water and stuff as well. Like there's other treasures in this.
I tell them, like the note says, there's coins at where the thing happened. I'm keeping the eye.
Yeah.
Like that's non-negotiable.
I mean, I don't even think that we need like I mean, does the hole that we were fighting also turn off?
Yeah,
or-
yeah, it's turns off immediately.
Damn.
Because we were
We
fighting, I
probably-
think we still like go after the rest, right? Like
yeah,
like,
that's what I
all
was
the
gonna
loot
say.
that's
Like
scattered. Like we
Like-
gotta loot the bodies. Come on.
we probably would have come across this money after you'd already dicked off.
So
Yeah,
the only
right.
scene I care about is the scene where you find the letter and
Yeah.
a couple of coins, and it's like, I'm keeping the eye.
Let's just say, for intents and purposes, let's just say the scene's over and basically the heist's over now. And you've gone back and collected it, and you gotten 6 coin for it. Okay.
That is a lot of coin. Plus,
It's a standard score.
yeah, no. But I mean,
you would have
split
had.
2 ways.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I mean, so how many coins did we give to you last time?
Did Aedric
2.
2.
No.
So we have a total of 8 coins from this job, effectively, because of that.
Well, no, because I just gave those 2 coins back. Because I'm saying
Right,
this
right.
is for your half of the Eye of Kotor or whatever. Like, also those other coins that were there, I'm keeping the diamond.
Right.
Fucking
So what I was
awesome.
saying is that we got 6 coins from this job, plus the 2 from you. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, 8. You have 8 coins.
So I only have room for 2 coins on my character sheet, plus 4 for the gang. So if I take 2, you take 2, and we give 2, or we put the other 4 in the gang.
I guess we can put it in the gang.
I mean, did you want to just take some and pocket it for yourself?
My stash has a big fat 0.
So is mine, to be honest.
Stash them. I mean, she wasn't here for this
Yeah.
job. She doesn't need to know what happened.
Asteyni might still be in chat though, so keep that in mind.
I mean,
I kind
But
of.
she doesn't know what happened.
Yeah.
Right. Like
She
we
won't
got-
watch the
we got
VODs. You're
fucked.
fine.
We almost
She won't-
got like killed by a hull. Like we deserve this.
Combat pay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I
totally.
mean-
whatever makes you
I
sleep
mean,
well at
in
night,
character,
right?
she
Justify
doesn't
that.
know.
Totally. Yeah. Do
Mhm,
that. Justify it. Yeah. You feel
Yeah,
good. Feel real good about it. Yeah.
I'm justifying the hell out of it.
Definitely.
I'm
definitely.
taking an
Split
artifact
this
of
money.
phenomenal cosmic
we
power.
just split this money down the middle, 4 and 4, and then we don't tell her about it.
Yeah.
She's totally
Okay.
here.
And like you know,
That's good.
She's totally
That's
still
good.
here
Putting it-
watching.
That's fine.
putting it into the crew is
Meta
also
knowledge.
like,
Meta
hey,
knowledge.
Casta, thanks for fucking us. By the way, here's your share. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
this is great.
All right. I took my 4, put 2 into my stash and 2 into my booty. Cool.
Holy shit, I just realized that my thing on the stream has the fan art on it.
Oh, did you just realize
Yeah,
that
you
right
nerd.
now? We-
Eric, wow, that's amazing.
It's
That's
so good. Isn't
amazing.
it good?
Oh my god.
If you guys want to make also fan art, and we need 2 more pictures, so I'm not gonna...
All right, fine. I'm gonna message her. Saito. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
mumble off into the distance. Yeah, man. So
I mean, I have money now. It's fine.
fucking awesome. Good work, everybody. Actually, I can't say that. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You guys literally like poor Jewel and Seer. It felt like you guys were like on the brink, and all of a sudden everything just went heads up. But you got that letter from Aedric being like, "Got this stuff. Bye, guys."
I think I need to have a talk with Costa because if I remember correctly, and please anybody who remembers the very first episode, tell me if I'm wrong. But I seem to remember the very first job we went on that went so terribly, terribly badly that both Jewel and Seer wound up in jail was Costa's idea. And Costa was actually her idea in the first place.
I think it was Brill's.
No, it was Brill's.
Oh, it was Brill's?
Brill's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we can screw Brill in.
Screw all our partners that don't do anything except get us in trouble all the time.
I mean,
yeah, so that was super awesome.
um
No, he's I mean, he's a drug dealer and all, but he's not super awesome. He got me in the Iron Oak prison.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh boy, guys. Okay.
Good game. So I guess are we done? Are we gonna move to
Yeah, we're down. Let's go back to downtime stuff and factoring and all that kind of stuff, right?
Are we getting like
the payoffs?
Rep?
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
Well,
get
that's part of downtime, right? That's like
Yeah.
that's the step one of downtime is the payoffs of stuff.
Yeah.
So here's what it is. So you guys definitely earned. You earned 2 rep,
Yay!
I got it.
and
Sorry.
you already factored it in. You got 6 coin for this. So good job, everybody. Awesome. You All right, let me go ahead and roll my entanglements here for you folks.
We don't get any heat.
Oh wait, no, the heat. That's right, the heat of this conflict. No, you gained a nice even 2 heat.
Pretty good.
Killing was involved, but you killed what's already dead. You're fine.
We killed dead. We did
Don't
kill
worry
living
about it.
people.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's also in the sewers. Exposure is very
We
low.
defiled and
You're
desecrated their bodies afterwards.
But
fine.
nobody knew about it. It happened in like the under sewers. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you're just 2 heat. You're 2 heat's fine.
Like it didn't even happen on camera. Come on.
All right. Ooh. Okay. So before we get into downtime, I think the blue coats pay a visit. At the Painted Lady. It's a house call. They're just checking in, see how you guys are doing.
Is it just a house call? Or are they like, hey guys, what's up? We're here, your friendly blue coats. Also
They,
pay me money.
They just want to let you know that they have what's her name? Chef Roselle? Is that right? Chef Roselle? I'm looking at my notes. I'm bringing up my notes again.
Yeah. Chef Roselle.
Chef Roselle. They have her in custody. Asking her some couple questions, and they want to let you know that Jewel, your name came up. So is Costa's. About a couple outstanding crimes they're investigating. But they're kind of offering, they're letting you know this. They kind of say this is not the 2 officers that came before. These are other officers. Remember, this isn't. I wrote down their name somewhere. Sergeant Blaster and Officer Melissa.
Yeah, it's not our usual blue coats.
These are some other blue coats. What they say, they are looking for a bribe, basically, to be like, your names came up, but she seems like she really wants to talk about some stuff, and that'd be really cool if you did, but, I could be persuaded to let them go.
Oh,
Would
this
you
is
be
tough
willing to part
because,
mechanically? Would you be willing to part with 2 coin to make this go on, or do you want to run the risk of her opening her mouth about some stuff? Stuff that she's overheard you guys talking about in her establishment.
I'm gonna pay the coin. Like, I think Jewel just pays the coin out of pocket. Like, doesn't even mention it to anybody else. It's just like, just make it go away. Let her go. You don't need to pursue this line of questioning.
Yeah. All right. You give them over 2 of your coin, and they're like, they tip your hat to you, and they look around. And they're like, tonight I like what you've done with the place. And as they leave.
Yeah. What are their names so I can kill them later?
You never got their names, but one of them is like a very like, it's like kind of like a pale. All right, so I have a picture of him in my head. He kind of looks like Jim Carrey's character from Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. He looks like the uncle guy. Long nose, wiry body, like almost like lanky body. And the other one is Taika Rossi. As you can see beneath her her blue coat, hat, or whatever, she has hair of black raven's feathers going down. You don't know their names, but you know they're from Charter Hall. So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah,
All
you pay
right.
them.
Well,
You pay
I
them,
just
they
wrote
don't.
them on my character sheet so I can kill them later.
Perfect. Yeah, cool. So that's a thing that happens. That's fine. Now it's time for downtime. Who wants to go?
I do.
Okay.
Do it.
What's the scene like?
Well, no, because an interesting scene comes after this. Okay. But the first thing I do is I train again. And that levels up my resolve, which means I can increase one of my resolve attributes, correct?
Once that resolve thing fills up, you can.
All right. So I do that. And then the next thing is going to be interesting.
Okay. Well, does everybody else want to go, and then we'll go to that?
Sure. I think I want to I need to find a new purveyor of vice. And I also need to rest again. So what do I want to start with here? I feel like I should start with
if House of Cards was a Blades in the Dark game, would Frank Underwood's vice be food? Would it have been that guy's ribs place?
I've never watched House
Unrelated.
of Cards, but that sounds reasonable.
Okay.
It's one of the many things that must be watched and has not yet been watched by me.
Sorry.
Right?
That's fair enough.
Such a huge
That's something
list.
I will think about on another day.
So I think I'm going to start off by relaxing again. And I think this is probably, I've got a bruised rib and dampness where I'm like susceptible to water-like things. So I feel like I don't want to take another luxurious bath because that would be weird.
Yeah, you want to do the opposite.
Yeah, like I think this is like a moment of like just settling down and like I'm picturing like a rooftop somewhere where she can see the ocean and like look out at the ships and kind of like have her memories of being a pirate, and like Mr. Bubbles is there like bringing her a bottle of whiskey,
Mm-hmm.
and she just takes some time to just sit up on a roof in the docks and just kind of stare wistfully out at the ships in the port, but just taking some time to just relax and not think about weird spooky shit or anything that happens in the sewers, being like up as high as possible and as far from the water, but also still like reminiscing about the good times on the open black.
Yeah. Definitely.
Cool.
Okay.
Bye, Harm. I don't miss you.
That's a cool scene. I like that scene.
Cool. Cool.
Sometimes I like quiet scenes. Sometimes like that. It's nice. Okay.
Seer.
Yeah, Sierra. What do you want to do?
All right. God. All right. I had this belief for a while that Stasha murdered our old patron. So I think I gotta start a clock to frame her for the murder of Jean-Pierre Philippe, regardless of whether she did it or not. I want her to be guilty and suffer whatever repercussions we'll see at the end.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's a long-term project, but I think I'm gonna roll it into going to, because I had to like spend coin on my alchemy workshop,
You do.
right?
That's a thing. Remember to
Yeah.
up its tier and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So like I'm sure there's like not all that many connections for like suppliers of alchemy stuff. So I'm like buying for the workshop. I don't think we ever really nailed down how much coin I need to spend on that. But I'm also asking about Stasia and like, hey, remember like, does she ever like buy anything weird that like and maybe they don't know, but I would know that you could totally use to blow up someone with by accident,
By
right? Like
accident.
I'm just trying to get her purchase history from Alchemy Amazon.
No, where do you get your supplies? Is it like isn't it a hookup from your academy days?
I think so. I think it's like this alchemy academy that like they kind of have one in every kind of larger city, and it's where you go. Like
It's a
they're
chain.
all like learned people. Like you have to do some serious training to pick up alchemy. It's not like a natural thing that you just kind of
Yeah.
figure out.
I dig that a lot. Cool.
Alchemy's not natural. You heard it here first.
Okay.
I mean, it is taking the work of God and profaning
So,
it. The alchemist claims to know better than the
Is that
vision
is that acquiring an asset
Uh,
or working on a long-term project?
I mean, it's more working on the project. Like, I'm kind of rolling it in that I'm also buying the supplies because I need to do that anyway. But that's
Yeah.
like, spend however many coin on it.
You need a
But
coin. Yeah.
yeah, so and then I have a normal workshop that's not made out of beer bottles and
No, I'm sorry. Here's what.
turned over
Yeah,
crates.
yeah. So it would cost you 1 coin basically to make a
Yeah.
tier 1 workshop for your
Yep.
place. So that's what you want to do?
I'm spending 1 coin on that, but I'm also starting that clock by interrogating them about Stasia and if she ever bought some weird shit. Because she totally blew up the brewery and
So
killed.
are those two so those are your 2 actions essentially?
I mean, like, are they 2 actions?
Yeah. Working on a
'Cause
long-term project and I think you're gathering info? Or are you doing No, you're not. You're working on you're working on 2 long-term projects then, right?
well, because it wasn't a long-term project anymore. Like, the clock completed, the alchemy lab was done, but it was going to be shitty until I just spent coin on it.
Oh, okay. That's right. Okay.
We can make it another clock, which is fine, and then I can just do 2.
No, you completed it. That's fair. I don't want to rob you of that success from previously. So now you have a workshop. It just cost you a coin. You have a workshop, and now you're gonna spend. And what are you gonna do for your turn? You're gonna be working on Strassa's incriminating her.
Stasia's, yeah, incriminating her for the murder of that guy,
Sure.
Jean-Philippe, Jean something. I keep forgetting his name.
All right. So the first part will be creating the evidence.
Sure,
Right.
that's pretty good.
So
How long is it?
This will be a 4-part clock. This thing's gonna take more than 1 clock, but this is the first part of evidence is a 4 clock. So, okay, you're gonna do it. Sorry. Okay, perfect. Tell me. So make your roll. What do you roll?
I'm
it's
consorting, I think.
No, I think it's actually you roll a trait. What?
Like an action roll, right?
Oh, I think yeah.
No,
I think it's a fortune roll actually.
it's a fortune roll.
Yeah, because that's what uses traits.
Sure. I mean, all right.
So what kind of evidence are you gonna make? How are you making this incriminating shit? What are you doing?
So, because I know what is like dangerous together, right? And if she bought those 2 things, then even if she didn't, then she could have possibly made a bomb that blew up the brewery and killed Jean-Philippe, whatever his face.
Okay.
Jean-Pierre Philippe.
Yeah, there you go.
I keep thinking Philippe is his
JPF.
second.
JPF. Okay. Cool.
So it's fortune and then like equal to my consort.
I was gonna say I was gonna give you 2 dice for this. Because you're familiar with it and you know the person and you can kind of like tailor it to their MO.
All right. Works for me.
All right. So
Fortune roll.
mark 1 segment of the project clock per level that you roll.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess attribute. No.
No, it's a fortune roll.
Yeah, no. But then it brings up this whole thing, like tier, engagement, gather info, attribute, whatever. I just rolled
Attribute.
dice. Is it?
Yep. And then you tell it how many dice, and then you tell it how many bonus dice.
The note.
The note is what you're doing.
Yeah. Dice 2, extra none.
All right. Yeah, you just get started. So you mark 1.
Yeah.
1 tick on the clock.
Damn it.
Okay. Now we go over and look to Aedric,
Hi.
right?
I was gonna say I still have a downtime action too. If you wanted to do your fancy scene last.
Yeah, so fancy. I
What do you
don't have
wanna
to
do,
fight you
Wreckage?
for it last now.
I mean, I'm fine with letting you go last is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, yeah, sure. It
Okay.
might be narratively more powerful depending on how
Well-
much Eric puts into it.
I don't know. Well, here's what I'm gonna say. I have a scene that I need to make for you, Wreckage, because this might
All right.
influence what you're gonna do.
Let's
Okay.
do that scene then.
Yeah, let's
Are
see
you
that
taking?
scene.
Do you take the eye back to your lab, the
Yes.
diamond?
Yeah, of course.
Do you show it to your mentor?
He's
Right?
there. He
Yeah,
sees me bring it
right.
in.
Yeah, he's like, take me to where you're keeping me. What do you do? Like where I can't sense where I'm at. Your contraptions are. Yeah, take me.
So yeah, I bring it into my lab, and so he is being like protected in a it's like a fence that we have.
Yeah, it looks like doesn't it look like Zordon?
Yeah, it's like a fence that keeps ghosts out, but we've tuned it to like stabilize him as much as possible. He
Yeah.
is stuck in it, but it is sort of like Zordon. Yeah, exactly. It's like, he's there and preserved.
Okay. You take the eye to your mentor.
Mhm.
The eye glows like red hot, right? The eye, this diamond, glows red hot and starts interacting with your mentor's ghost body. It looks like the ghost body is trying to say something, and you just hear in your head, or like you hear it speaking from the eye, being like, "Yes, it's working, it's working," and
I take it out of the room.
you can't. It's stuck there.
No, God.
Unless you physically are going to like try to like interrupt what's going on right now. This channeling thing is happening right now. And
so wait, if I like let go, it just floats there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's floating there, tethered to the spirit. It's like it's working, and what do you do?
I increase the power on the field between it and the between the diamond and my mentor. Like I want to try and sever what's ever happened. Like it looks like what's happening to my mentor is not pleasant.
No, it's not. It doesn't look pleasant. It's
no,
shocking.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, you do.
Yeah, I try. Yeah.
Yeah, your power spikes and it just turns everything off. The ghostly body of your mentor is there, and it contorts and mutates and shifts into a much taller, imposing figure of spectral energy, and it goes, "This'll do." In a different voice than your mentor now. This is a much older voice, a much deeper voice. So it's more
What's
like,
the diamond doing?
Do. The diamond is it's cooled off now. This spectral form kind of steps out from where you were like keeping this thing, and this like spectral electrical body, and looks down at you, like down at you, because this thing's like probably like 8 or 9 feet tall, right? Mm-hmm. This spirit, it's got like spikes coming off its shoulders of like ghost crackling electricity, and it makes like this very gaunt looking face. It looks like it has like almost like a crown of electricity going around it, and says like, "You did very well." Or I guess I'm gonna use its actual voice, right? It's like, "You did very well, but we have more to accomplish together. Don't worry, your mentor is dead and will never come back. Now let's focus on the business at hand."
Sure thing. I'm gonna go on a limb and say, Kotar, how's it going, buddy? Do you need a chair or like a blood sacrifice? Can I get you a virgin?
Not yet. We must identify and find the other parts. The heart and my hand, and then the ritual will be complete.
Okay, good. Yeah. What? Just for curiosity's sake, the ritual.
My transformation, return to the full mortal realm. You impetulant fool.
Whoa, impetulant fool.
Hold on, and then it gets bigger.
Oh, hold on a second, impetulant fool. That's a little uncalled for. I mean,
it chokes you out. Like Vader force chokes you. Now, let's talk about the amenities of this place.
Yeah.
As it like lets go of your hand.
Okay. So if you're doing that to me, that's a big deal. But I still want to do the exact same long-term project that I was going to do before. You've just thrown like 20
fine.
monkey wrenches into it. I want to start the long-term project of studying the eye of Kotor.
Yeah, definitely.
But here's the thing. Kotor's like chilling in my house now, right? Like that's
something of him is here. Yeah.
All right. Does he let
true.
Me? Like, do I still have access to the diamond?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to try and study the diamond. Going to try and actually take the diamond elsewhere. Like, I'm going to try and use a field laboratory that I had set up to study it instead of under KOTOR's watchful eye, literally.
It's a
Where are you going?
One of my many field laboratories. We have to find your other bits. Is that not true?
I'm coming with you.
Well, I know you were able to interact with my ghost fence, but the city is filled with them. It will be very difficult for you to maneuver through the city.
okay. So I want to work with you here a little bit. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Technically,
Yeah.
Technically, KOTOR is bound to you right now
Okay.
because you are the proprietor of the eye right now.
Okay, he's literally inseparable from me?
He has to do what. No. Well, yes and no. He has to do what you say. What you say, essentially.
Oh, there's like a demon pack going on
Yeah.
here.
But it will probably try to kill you externally through other ways, right?
Now,
It's
is he a ghost or is he a
you have
demon?
a very Faustian relationship right now.
Right.
Well, it's
Is
not
he
a demon. It's
Okay.
It's kind of like I don't know,
Nightmare?
man. It's kind of like everything. It's a ghost, demon, god.
Yeah, sure.
Literally,
no, fine.
fucking all three, man. That's chilling in your fucking living room right now.
So I'm going to tell him
An aspect of it. It's not fully complete.
that our work would never be able to be secret if he followed me around. I'm the one that can move through the city unnoticed. So he's going to have to stay here in order for no one to interfere with the ritual.
Are you gonna try to? Okay. Are you gonna order it to? Because it's not going to agree with you. It's gonna be like,
The world should know of my return. This is my domain, and I will rule over everything as I did once before the end of times.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree, KOTOR. But
The world will recoil about my return.
you're not done, though. You're not returned. This is the littlest,
Yes.
smallest part of you.
Yet.
Yes, so if someone powerful were to catch whiff of things, you have to stay here, is what I'm telling him. You have to stay here so that we can keep this secret.
What is the use of secrets? It is all inevitably mine.
Yes, but do you
Secret or
want
not.
it to happen like next week or 10,000 years from now after somebody interferes in this chance? Inevitability is great, but so is expediency.
The fickle, fleeting lives of mortals. You not understand time. What does it matter? You will all be dead, and your souls will serve me.
Well, for now, just stay here. I'm going to go try and track down your hand and heart and etc.
and I feel like that's you actually are ordering it when you say it that way in that tone.
Yeah. Which means I leave with the eye and have it,
As you command. For now.
and I have it in a separate lab where I'm going to start the long-term project of studying it, because this is not ideal.
No. You
This
meant-
is not where
Yeah.
I want to be with my life. When somebody asked me where I saw myself in 5 years, codependent.
I was not expecting you to do what you did down there, dude.
Servant slave. Codependent servant slave is basically it's codependent servant master. Like he's my master, but I'm his master. But like,
It's
yeah,
complicated right now.
things are complicated. Facebook status update.
Eventually, it's going to ask you to do things, and it's going to need you to do them.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun. In the meantime, I'm studying the eye so that I can maybe not be his slave.
That's fair. By the way, just so you know, this is for future reference. Mechanically,
Yeah.
there's something you have now an option for things
Mhm.
in your repertoire of things to
Okay.
select. It's
Okay.
called Demonic Artifact. You may force a demon bound to you to inhabit an artifact controlled by an arcane ritual, a la the Eye of Kotar. The demon's
Interesting.
abilities are then controlled by the wielder so long as the demon's dark desire is satisfied.
Fun. Excellent.
So you have control of a demon if you do that. You had a taste of what a demon can do, like instantly suck the life out of ghosts around you. Could let you turn corporeal or incorporeal at whim. Could fly around.
Yeah, that was all pretty awesome.
Do what it wants.
It can
I do have a Demon's Bane charm, so...
Oh, no, you don't anymore. That's gone.
Oh, it's been destroyed?
That's
okay.
destroyed. That's got fucking evaporated.
All right, well, at least that tells me where to begin my research. Right, so a long-term project. I'm studying the Eye of Kotar. I want to figure out its nature so that I can...
So, yeah, let's start there, right? Figure out the Eye of Kotar. That sounds like a great idea. What's the first thing you want to figure out? Let's start with something. We're gonna break down that baby into some smaller babies here. We're gonna Russian Matyuska doll the situation here.
All right.
What's the smallest thing? What do you want to start with? What information do you want to know particularly?
I want to know what the Eye of Kotar... Because this is my jumping off point for learning about Kotar and my new relationship with Kotar. So actually, the smallest thing is even just figuring out what the Eye of Kotar is.
Okay.
Like, is it phylacrum? Is it a charm? Is it a conduit? Is it a prison? Is it a that sort of thing?
Okay.
Right. So, I assume this is an attune.
No.
Study?
Where? Maybe. Listen. In Blades, you as the player determine what your action role is.
Right.
But I'm saying no right now because I need to know more. I need to know how you're doing this.
Right. So I take it to my field lab where Kotar isn't. And also I board up the windows and make it a little bit more secure.
Yeah.
So first of all, it has some sort of relationship with me. So I meditate a bit on that. I try and pierce the veil of it. And from there, I, run electricity through it. I throw it into whale oil.
You're gonna learn to attune with it and figure out what this is? Okay.
Yeah. I just sort of the first experiments are very much like I will pierce the nature of it through careful observation, emotional connection, and throwing power at throwing shit at it.
Totally.
See what sticks.
Totally. Sounds great.
Yeah. So attune?
Attune. Yeah. What's up?
That still sounds more of a study to me, though. But
No,
I'm
you can
happy
roll.
to-
You can do attune.
Risky, controlled, desperate.
Risky.
Okay.
Possible consequences. People find out what you're doing. People hear that you're trying to research stuff about the eye.
Yeah. No. I don't want that to happen. Crit.
Not that it fucking matters.
With great effect, by the way, because of my ghost mind ability.
Perfect. So you're dealing with one of the most powerful artifacts in existence. Congratulations.
Yay me!
This thing is... So, Nanosphere actually asks a good question. Why whale oil? Because whale oil in this game is actually not necessarily whale oil. It's Leviathan oil because there's no whales. And Leviathan oil, also known as Leviathan blood, is intrinsically tied to the way electricity gets generated here. It's intrinsically tied to a lot of ghost rituals and magic. It's sort of one of the... It's a key thing. It's a key element in the universe of its Never Sunny in Doskvol. Okay. So, I think the best way of answering this question is ask me some questions, man, and I'll give you some straight answers.
All right, so it's the most powerful artifact in existence.
One of them.
One of them. How old is it?
This thing predates, or actually this thing dates around the time of the cataclysm that turned the world asunder.
Okay. How long ago was that, by the way, for someone who doesn't super up on
1,000 years or so,
1,000 years? Okay.
plus or
Um,
minus.
is it actually an actual diamond?
Yes.
Has a diamond been repurposed to make this artifact?
Yes.
All right. Um, is it I mean, this is something that I already kind of suspect, but um
Oh, by the way, guys, I know I'm interrupting you here just before I forget. Go ahead and mark yourselves that you are at -3 with the raids immediately.
The rates?
Yes.
So we're at war with the race. That's brilliant.
You will be
Right.
coming up. Yeah.
You know, it'd be nice if we
You don't
even
know that
known
yet.
who we were fighting
Well,
against.
you're not at war yet because you don't know that yet. But yeah.
But they know.
Yeah. Once it gets out.
Vale's gonna have some words for us here. I'm very
Yeah.
sure.
So, anyways, yeah.
We
What
started the war. We didn't make any money.
Where's some more
Totally
questions?
No money at all.
Definitely no money.
is it more ghost magic or more demon magic?
Here's the crazy thing, dude.
Yeah.
It's more neither. It's like fantasy magic.
It is uncategorized.
It's uncategorized magic. The closest it could be is divine, technically.
Okay. Now, and finally, finally what I think I should. Well, don't tell me finally until I've actually learned everything that you're willing to give. But is this something that was? This is my big question at this moment. Is this something that was made against Kotar or made by Kotar?
Against.
All right. Is it made by human hands?
Yes.
And did it originate culturally from, like, obviously the cultures of 1,000 years ago are prehistory type stuff, but is it local or is it foreign?
Foreign.
Have I ever seen anything like this? Even a seed, a trail, a breadcrumb to follow further?
No.
All right. Well,
Kotar. So like, but everyone kind of, maybe not everyone. I'm gonna give you some information. Whether or not your character knows it or not, I'll leave it up to you. But
okay.
Kotar, prior to the world falling, was one of the most powerful sorcerers of all time.
Okay.
That's why. So like, this is part of resonating with his energy and him coming back.
So it is a phylactery.
Phylactery.
Phylactery. There we go. I always forgot that it sounds like factory. Phylactery. Cool. To contain the most powerful sorcerer ever, I need a cigarette.
It's not to. It wasn't to contain.
Or
Well, it was,
but
in
it
a
was
way.
made against. It's made against him is the point.
I mean, I'll give you this answer too, just because I don't feel like being expository anymore.
Yeah.
These relics were made by people trying to capture the power after the fact of this dead body, and by trying to steal the power from him and stuff, they've kind of fucked up shit.
They've kind of given him a way back.
Because the world has ended and the gates of undeath have spilled upon this world. Things are bad, yeah, and so there's a way back now for him.
No, okay. So yeah, I guess like after learning all that, I get drunk, and then when I'm sober again or hungover, I go back to Kotar and we start the Living with Kotar sitcom. And I guess I just keep trying to lead him on, like, hey, where's your eye or hand or whatever, and go from there. And that'll be next time I'm a guest. I'll be like, hey guys, so apropos of nothing, I know where there's another big score.
Remember last time I fucked you guys over, but I totally paid you off, so it's cool.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, it's fine.
You got so much money.
You know why You know what? I want to let you guys know this. I want to let you guys have an insight behind my mentality as a GM. Part of me of doing this is because Seer's trauma is for demons and ghosts. And you know that.
Oh, of course it is.
Hi, Seer, best friend Seer. Look,
A little bit
if I
behind
were
the
to tell
curtain
you,
there. Whenever I
Alright.
feel like screwing with you guys, I'm just gonna mess with you that way.
It's fine. You just gotta drop some puzzles in my lap. It's fine.
Yep.
So can I still do my last downtime thing?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, can I interject real
Yes.
fast before you do? If I spend a coin on like doing a cut lock, do I get like an extra tick?
You spend a coin. I'm sorry. I adjusted my seat. And I didn't hear what you said. You said you spend a coin on what?
So if you spend a coin on downtime actions, you like upgrade the result.
Yes.
by
You
one?
can, but you may be better off spending a coin to get an additional downtime action and do the same thing.
Ooh,
Because you rolled you rolled 1 to 3, right?
yeah.
So the spending a coin is just going to give you 1 extra tick. If you just buy it up. But if you spend the coin to get an additional downtime action, you need to get a minimum of 1 extra tick.
That's right. You're so smart. All right,
I know.
continue.
Okay, so Jewel is going to go to Costa and be like, "Look, last time we had dinner, it was you said you wanted to try somewhere else. Maybe you can pick the place this time."
She
And
says.
so I can indulge my vice with her help, but not at my normal haunt.
How do you feel about Taikarosi food?
I can stomach it.
Go. I know just the place. You'll love it. I promise. And we cut there.
Okay, let me roll my indulgence.
Nice.
Perfect. I'm down to 0 stress.
I don't have a Taikarosi store name in mind because why would I? Off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I like the name. I like Mauve. I think it's called like Mauves, and it's like a weird like dive bar.
I feel it.
Boy, and what would Taikarosi food be like?
It's totally normal. It's like American hamburgers.
Yeah, it's a fucking TGI Fridays.
Right? It's perfect.
Ugh. I don't know.
Perfect. I love it. All right. Did you want to?
I mean, like mystery mincemeat patties. Like,
Yeah, it's like hamburgers, but
With
it's
eel
not
cheese.
beef and it's not eel. You don't ask questions.
Yeah. All right. So
Were you gonna spend a coin to do a last downtime action, Sarah?
yeah, totally. Since that's a way better idea than the one I had.
Did you did indulge your vice already, didn't you?
No, I have not yet. And I
You
should.
might want to do that. Otherwise, you're gonna take stress.
Yeah,
Did you even take any stress this job?
I didn't take any stress, but I also didn't clear before, so I'm at pretty high.
Okay, cool.
So I guess I should.
Yeah, if you didn't clear last time, you should have taken 2 stress before we even went out on the job.
Oh yeah, Nanosphere has a cool idea. So this is a divey bar, so it has like, it kind of has a bug problem, and there's like ghost bugs. Oh, I dig that. Thank you. That's cool.
Brilliant. Yeah, like there's like ghost bugs everywhere, and everyone was like, "Ooh." And I think like there's this moment like sitting there in the dark, and it's a little bit damp, and there's ghost bugs crawling everywhere. And Jewel turns to Costa and and smiles and is like, "You're right. It's just like home."
So, Okay. Are we out of scenes? Are we done? Want to do XP?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
no, I wanted to clear stress.
That might be important.
Spend some coin on it, because else I'm gonna get a trauma, and that would be pretty shitty.
So, are you going to the usual place? The Coffee Thug Party Town in Night Market?
Oh God, like the whole festival is going on, right? So I'm probably not going to the usual place in
Oh, you're gonna go
capital
to the Night
letters.
Market festival that I was talking about, though.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
totally festival. Like there's like a whole bunch of people that we're gonna meet up, and we all do like some blood needle together. Cause like it's a festival, it's cheap.
Yeah.
Uh, it's gonna be fun. Like it's gonna be a good time. Uh, like Brill goes with, of course. It's a bunch of friends. Let's indulge.
Indulge.
Hey.
Nice. Cool. Excellent, man. You cleared
It's
you cleared
good.
5 stress. So you're just hanging out with everyone at the party, having a good time
Yeah.
at the Night Market. It's a nice, cool, like, evening festival. It's on the rooftops of stuff, so there's a lot of like lantern lights kind of going around and like catwalks and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, and like you know,
Like, it's
at
like a
some point
pop-up
in the
garden
night,
if you're familiar with the concept
jump
of
to another roof from one.
Yeah,
You know,
if
like
you're
over the street.
if you're
It's
familiar with the
cool.
concept of a pop-up garden, it's like that.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
All right.
But that's it.
Cool. Now we can do XP.
Now let's do XP.
Brilliant.
So everyone, when we do XP, there's a couple things. First off, you mark XP every time you made a desperate roll. You put that in the category of the roll that was desperate. So that's the thing. Next up,
Already did it.
cool. All right, who wants to do XP first?
I can do it.
Okay.
So where's my? I said I could do it, and then I have to take a second to pull up my thing. Okay.
You
Did I address a challenge with tracking or violence? Definitely multiple times.
Definitely multiple times. 2 XP.
Sweet. Did I express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I definitely expressed my beliefs at least once.
Yeah, Casta. Yeah,
With hanging out with Costa.
for sure.
I didn't change my belief that is like related to Vale, unless you're going to count like this whole mission of going behind her back as following that belief of words are meaningless without action, so I'll follow through for Vale, well, she cannot, because I don't think she would have taken this job. But I also took the money for myself and not putting it towards the gang. So
I'm gonna ask you. Does it feel like I was right? It felt like you just were behaving selfishly. It wasn't like a belief thing, though.
I feel like you actually wanted to put it in the crew, but I talked you out of it.
yeah, like I agree with that. I feel like
That's true.
I was doing this for the crew, and then Seer was like, no,
Part of the
she
ship,
doesn't
part
know
of the
about
crew.
it. Just pocket this money.
Okay. I'll give you experience
and then
for
I
that.
went along with it. Okay. And then finally, did I struggle with issues from
Yes.
my vice or traumas?
You did.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, I
experience
did.
for that.
So that's 5 XP.
Yep, 5 XP.
Cool.
Super nice. Good job.
Brilliant.
All right, let's go to our leech.
I got one desperate action which I marked off already. Whenever I address a challenge with destruction or technical skill, I totally tried to blow up that Big Daddy.
Yep,
Even though it didn't work.
that's fine.
No,
It never
I
says
tried.
it never says successfully addressed the challenge. It just says addressed.
So
An
that's
important-
one.
a
I don't
very,
think
very
I did
important
it another
disclaimer.
time, though. But that's fine.
Your beliefs
Beliefs and instincts. Following Jewel's plan of just setting up an ambush to murderize people, even though I
Murderize.
I mean,
Murderize me, Captain.
yeah. So yes, Stasia's thing, yes. My instincts didn't really come up, but
That's fine. I think
my
you weren't
academic
experienced.
background came up, so 2 for those, but not for vice or trauma.
Oh yeah, a lot of your academic stuff came up.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
My resolve will take over, so I'm gonna put a point in Attune because we deal with a bunch of spoopy shit.
Good to know. Let me update the character sheet over here with that.
Actually, I also updated some things, and I realized that you had not updated my character sheet from last time, where I wound up getting +2 to command. So I dropped this here too. So I ticked up my both my insight and my prowess, getting +1 to hunt and +1 to prowl.
Oh, okay.
And from last week, I had upped my command, and then because of the crew upgrade we took, I'd also gotten a bonus to command from that. So, yeah.
So wait, you took prowl and what?
I put it in the Zoom call.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll update it then after.
I'm a helper.
Let's do XP for our friend Wreckage here.
I also had some desperate rolls. I marked those. I never I didn't ever check my playbook for my XP specific goals. And I don't have that open in front of me at the moment.
I will read them to you. You are a whisper.
Yep.
Did you address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power?
Yes.
Definitely multiple times.
Yeah,
and the
you
other
should get 2
triggers,
XP for that shit, dude.
The other 2 triggers are the same across the board. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes. I took I bound myself eternally to an ancient cosmic evil because of my obsession to help my mentor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think you should earn 2 for it.
Yeah. So through downtime, I procced over resolve and put 1 more in Attune. For a massive 4 Attune. Do
you have the thing to let you do that? I don't think we do.
Oh, do I need a thing to let me do that?
Yeah, you can only get up to 3 unless the crew has a special upgrade to let you get mastery and get it to the 4.
Okay, well then I'll put 1 in command, I guess.
Command's good. Command's good.
And I guess I will also be close to leveling up other stuff later on with all of that XP.
And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas? I don't think you have any trauma.
Technically, well, his vice is the obligation to his mentor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say yeah, you definitely did. For sure, man.
So that sounds like 5 total for him as well.
All right, in that case, I tick up insight, and we'll put 1 into tinker.
Nice.
So, yeah, next time I'm a guest, we can look forward to dealing with the story of an ancient cosmic evil that I am both bound to and bound by, and he is bound to me. I feel like I've golemed myself here.
Yeah.
Like phenomenal cosmic power, but I can use, but am both used by.
That's a good way of looking at it, my friend.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
I want none of you to ever miss a session ever again. That way we can just put this on the back burner. We don't have to deal with it. As long as you make as long as the whole party makes every session, we never have to deal with this again.
Yeah, so big huge round of applause to Wreckage for showing up at the last second and hanging out and playing with us.
Thank you, no problem. Always willing to help. And be cursed by Eric. I feel like Eric's like, things have been going so good for him in my games. It's just been constant positivity. Let's throw a monkey wrench in that. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the direction this is going in.
I'm a fucking ruthless GM when I play Blades, dude. when I GM Blades.
Yeah, apparently in Blades, you're a ruthless GM because in Burning Crowns, you were like, you know what, guys, I'm just going to let you know that you got reinforcements coming. You're all so scared and panicky.
Well,
Oh, God,
that was
yeah.
unintented. That was unintentional. But like, I totally do
Yeah.
have something planned for that.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Burning Crowns tomorrow. Hey, let's do outros so I can
Let's do
tell people to
outros.
go
Go
watch
ahead.
it.
Tell everybody. Tell everybody.
Hey, everybody, I'm DoctorWreckage. You can follow me on Twitter at DoctorWreckage. Eric is such a good productionist that he put it right there next to my name. That's my Twitter. I retweet all of the shows I'm in. I even retweeted this show, even though it was last minute. I do many shows and am a GM in them. I am on a podcast. Me and Eric are doing a new podcast that is, I mean, one person's watched it and they're here and they liked it.
Yep. It will be released soon.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on it. But I'm so stoked for that. But really, what everybody here should be stoked for is Burning Crowns tomorrow. Because, like, someone's got to die. Someone's got to die now. This is, you know, there's a lot of stuff coming to a head. And one of the party members, like, subtly asked another party member to murder another party member last week. And, like, if anybody finds out about that, the entire party is just going to implode and it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be the Red Wedding.
Awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
So that might not happen, but it might.
Looking forward to that part.
You definitely want to see it if it happens. You want to say that you were there to watch live as, like, Eric, I suddenly place my hand on my sword hilt and step towards the door. Yeah, because it's gonna, you know, it might happen. One of these weeks now, it's gonna turn.
Those are never gonna stop.
Yes, things are getting out of hand in Burning Crowns.
Wow, yeah, it's bad.
All right. So, yeah.
Oh,
thank you,
please
Wreckage.
watch.
That's a great outro. Paul?
I'm Paul. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadian viewers out there.
Canadian Thanksgiving.
I'm close enough to the border.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna be celebrating by baking a bunch of pies tonight.
That sounds good.
Hi.
Great.
Yeah, it's great.
Other than that, I'm Paul. You can find me at Liefington on the internet, where I used to do way more stuff, but now I do way less stuff. So just come watch me every Saturday with Eric as he tries to burn all the things we love
To the ground. Yeah, that's about right.
Right
all
into
the
the
way
ground.
to the ground.
All the way.
This
the
week
fucking
Further,
way.
below the ground.
Slightly got blown up. So like I feel like you're doing a good job, Eric.
Don't forget that you guys are all like, you're in our crew now. So this whole demon thing is your problem now, too.
Yep.
Demon, sorcerer, divine entity thing. It's, yeah, you know, it's the through plot.
I'm gonna have to talk to John about what it should mean, because I actually don't know.
I would like to interject that you gave us 2 coins to make it your problem and not our problem.
Yep, sure. Just don't ever come to me for anything ever again, and you won't get looped into it.
Yeah.
And I mean, also, not for nothing, but there's a demon lord like 3 blocks from your house now. You just don't know it.
There
like
is a demon lord.
like not for nothing. It's
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, demon lords are everywhere anyway, man.
So that's the thing.
Oh God.
Yeah, Jewel, Kelsa.
Hi, I'm Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet. Look, I have a little thing now that I made. I love playing Blaze in the Dark, so I do it twice a week. I do it here every Saturday, and I also do it every Wednesday at 10 a.m. On Thursdays, I play in Wreckage, in a game where Wreckage is the GM.
Hi.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's not as harsh of a GM. Nobody has actually died yet.
I'm way harsher of a GM than Eric.
We'll see. And then most exciting, next Friday we start Mouse Guard, where I get to be an adorable mouse. I'm very, very excited about that. But immediately after this, I'm going to be playing in Household Renovations of Great and Terrible Power. the Blades in the Dark hack we're playtesting by Dark Lavender Void. We're be playing that over on Golden Age's channel. If you want to see some really weird shit.
That does sound really weird.
The weirdest of the shits.
It's you know,
weirdest of
HGTV.
shits.
It's HGTV meets HP Lovecraft.
Okay.
It's very weird. It's very strange.
I like everything I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's some of the amazing things that I do. If you want to hear more, if you want to watch me, or more importantly, you know, my cats, you know, follow me either here or on Twitter, or both, and then you can find out all the games I'm in and all of my cats that make cameos on them.
Yeah. Big shout out to your cats. So
Thank you.
yeah. Hey everybody. I'm Eric. I'm the GM of the show. I'm also the host and facilitator of pretty much everything on this channel. Yeah, I do a lot of role-playing game stuff. A lot of role-playing
All
game
of it
stuff.
is grade A.
Thank you. I really
This is
appreciate
the
that.
finest artisanal channel.
I really love role-playing games and sharing it with everybody. I know I don't do a lot of stuff that I know a lot of other people do with, like, in terms of, like, audience involvement and that kind of stuff with the channels. Really sorry about that. I am working on, like, if you want to tune in tomorrow and see something that I've been working on for a while about my style of audience involvement, check out my Torchbearer game that I run with Stephen Lumpkin and a couple people to see what I do with that. But the finest artisanal roleplay you will see. Why are you laughing?
I just read Tux's comments in the chat.
Yeah, I love Tux.
Demon Lord's coming in, ruining the neighborhood.
So, yeah.
I remember when this block just had to worry about imps.
Part of me really likes to put on amazing shows where it's like these dramatic epics and it highlights the best of role playing. Other parts of me love to just show you guys and teach people, like, role playing's also, you know, there's not a lot of, like, fucking hidden magic behind what we're doing. We're just making a story together and just part of our personalities and letting that stuff come out on air. And I want to, like, be the hand that like brings you up, right? Like, I want to help you up this ladder of being like, this is how you learn a game, this is how you play. I have no problem answering any kind of questions. I want to do that. I want to help out because I want to kind of show how magic tricks happen in a way, you know. And I want to be like Penn and Teller here a little bit. I want to, like, you know, kind of divulge a little bit that, you know, it's a lot of, like, making things up and really just listening to people. And I want to bring the magic because I want you guys to play more games, you know. And like, I know that means I may not be the most popular streamer ever, but I don't care. I do it for the love. I do it for the love of the game, you know, for the love of the game. 100%.
What you're trying to say is that you should follow the link I just put in the chat to go to your Discord so that you can sign up to play games with Eric on this show.
Yes. And I have a podcast now too. Exclamation point podcast brings up my information from my podcast. If you guys like Stars Without Number, check that shit out. It's super cool. So yeah, but I do it for the love of the game, guys. I love RPGs. I'm literally almost at a year now. At the end of this month, I've been doing it for a year, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's fucking insane. I've played over like 30 something different systems now already in just the first year. I have so many other things that I'm excited, but I can't talk about yet. Like, I had a meeting about something today. So just, it's fun. I love it. I love these games. I love sharing it with you guys. I'm so happy that you guys tune in and watch me. I met so many people at TwitchCon who do role-playing game stuff, and it's super, super fucking awesome that you guys, like, I don't know, like, everyone who was there, everyone I got to see and hang out, like Kelsa and everybody. It's just a fucking dream come true, and I love you guys so much, and I just want to keep doing this. Whether I get famous or not, I don't care. This is really just, like, this is fun. This is super fun for me. But before I forget, and before we last
thing, is there a bot command for your Patreon?
There is a Patreon. So, but if you want to appreciate the things that I do in a way that appreciates over time, go over to my Patreon and consider supporting me there. Something that I do that I'm supposed to do. that I forgot is that I'm supposed to thank everybody on my breaks, but we actually didn't take our 3rd-hour break. We kind of just fucking powered right through it.
We
Which is
talked
kinda,
about taking it though. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were like, okay, we're gonna do this thing and we're gonna take a break, and then we just didn't.
and we didn't. We just kept doing it. So I just want to do a quick shout out and thank you to Mark and Tice and John and Kelsa, other John, Luke, Jake, Full Ink, Sam, Boris, Fraser. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Umbra. Thank you, Rooster. Thank you, Jexus. Thank you, Chaotic Corn Dogs, Gwen, Fake Alex Blue, Josh Ramsey, Dark Lavender Void, Dylan, Golden H, Sith Master, John Harper, Dylan Green, Tony Dollar. You guys are fucking rad. Thank you so much for supporting me and my dream to bring more role-playing games to your face and your ears and your hearts. So thank you. And that it. I'm going to go ahead and host. Let's see who's playing anything right now that I like. And I will throw you guys over there so you guys can hang out with other cool people. I think it'll probably be Koibu, because I think he's streaming right now. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw you guys over there. I'm going to, at least in the meantime, because I have about 15 minutes to eat dinner, and then I have to go stream with AP. So
Sweet.
I'll be over at AP Gaming Rails channel. I'll be hosting that in a little bit too. So take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.